Hey y'all! Hi. It's officially stepdaddy season. Yeah, what up? I got the car seat in the back. Let's go to the park. Don't let your baby mama or your baby daddy block your blessings. I know in theory it sounds good keeping the same person to have kids with, but that's insanity as well. So if it doesn't work out with them, it'll work out with someone else.
I got something for you next time. How's that?
What do you got for me?
We'll see when you get here, huh?
What?
See,
Empty threats, huh? Just so you know, that's all recorded.
That's okay, but guess what?
What?
You can't do anything with that.
Really?
You know why?
Why?
You know why?
Why?
Because you can't take that shit to court, bitch.
Oh, I can do plenty.
No, you can't, bitch.
I can do
Next
plenty.
time you call me, bitch.
For what?
You are such like a little girl, like everyone says, bro. You ain't got no balls. You
Look, man, just go get my daughter.
With the camera?
Just go get my daughter.
Next time, call me, bitch. Don't show up.
I don't call you.
Yes, you will call me when you come to my house, bitch.
No, I deal
No,
with
you will
their
call me
mother,
next time,
not
bitch.
you.
You will call me next time, bitch.
I don't deal with you. I deal with their mother.
You don't deal with anybody, bro.
See,
until people come
how
up
do
to
you
for
think?
money, bitch.
How do you think
Open
this
the
is
door.
affecting them?
Open the door.
How do you think it's affecting them?
Open the door, bitch.
How do you think it's affecting them?
When did you ever care, bro? You don't even go around the motherfuckers. But until you have to come up with money, bitch.
Keep it going.
You're recording me? Really? You think that's gonna hold any weight?
A lot
Try
of
it.
weight.
Okay,
and the
next time-
court's going to
next time I
enforce
got-
that.
So, this is a new episode of SIMP TV. Obviously, caught the clip from looking at somebody else's content. I can't remember who that is, and I apologize. But I thought I'd comment on it. All right, and I want to let you know the reason why I have this guy's reason why I have this picture as big as it is, because I want you to see the look on his face. I want you to see the crazed look on this man's face and understand it, okay? I want everyone that sees this to understand what the fuck's going on here. What you see right here is a failed man, okay? This is one of the byproducts of being raised in a matriarchal home, okay? This is what becomes a son husbands and shit, okay? And this is I guess some people call him a white knight and shit, but I see a man in conflict. Quite honestly, I see a man in severe conflict, and I have no sympathy for him. If he gets, if the law comes out and puts two in his chest and whatnot, that's just what happens because he put himself in this situation. All right, he put himself in this situation and shit. Why am I saying this and shit? Why am I saying this? Well, look at his face. Look deep into his crazed eyes and whatnot, and the grimace on his face and whatnot. This guy is desperate, okay? This guy is desperate, and he believes he's protecting something very precious, okay? A woman and her child, okay? Well, one unseen and shit, all right? One unseen daughter. And I have no doubt that he's talking to a white guy. I assume he's talking to a white guy. I could be wrong. Dude sounds like Napoleon Dynamite, and this guy sounds crazed and shit. And he sounds like one of these guys that, he struggled interpersonally and shit in his formative years and shit. And every piece of ass he got was a religious experience. He had to come into Jesus moment every time he put his peen in a box. And there's been few and far between the relationships. So like now he's got something good. He's getting it regular, or at least he thinks he is and shit. Tells his female pulls the rug out from under him. And he's willing to sacrifice everything and shit, what he believes in and shit, which is nothing. He's gonna have a real coming to Jesus moment when this woman does the exact same shit to him at some point, or just unceremoniously ejects him from her life. All right? This is a white knight. Don't be a white knight, youngsters. All right, young men? Do not fight over peace leave. I know it's easy. It sounds easy for somebody to tell you until you're in the situation, but really, man, it's true. You got to stop at signing. It's not this great thing and shit. It's a lower brain function, okay? Lower brain function. Now, I hate to say that shit. The woman, in my opinion, the woman makes it special. She makes it special. She used to be able to. Now it's like taking a piss. Okay, I know somebody will get mad at me for saying that, but we've all seen women do horrific things and shit in the service of their own self interest. And they didn't regard the feelings or their needs or the consequences of their actions as they're related to their husbands or long term boyfriends and even their own children. Even their own livelihood and shit. All right, this guy is a byproduct of a failed system and shit. If that white guy calls the cops, they're gonna come out and they're gonna treat this guy accordingly and shit, okay? Because we live in a corrupt society governed by the minority majority and shit, and he's on the losing end of any situation with somebody non-melanated and shit, and especially considering that this guy has children with his fellow non-melanated female who she's cohabiting with this guy. Look at this guy, man. He out in front of the house with just some shorts on and shit. He's out in front of the house with just some shorts on. He's got a dad bod. He's a bod. He's not, select or nothing. He's holding, And you see, I hate for I'm sorry about the really, garbled, Bigfoot image of the woman, but you can see it's a middle-aged woman. It's not even a select woman. It's like a big heifer, and she looks like she's standing out. I think she has more than one kid, or maybe that kid's non-binary or something. But even in the fuzzy picture, you can see that this is some middle-aged woman that's well past the wall with some kids that ain't even toddlers. They're like preteens or teenagers and shit. And this one guy who we don't see is simply trying to pick up his kid, And this guy's acting like a maniac. And he's running about in the front yard like a maniac and shit. Probably it's her house. It's probably the guy that's driving up house, and she now has gotten a house in a divorce, and she's moved him in and shit to stick it to the guy and shit, okay? I can't tell you how many times, like, in my past that, I was beset upon by some middle-aged broad that felt entitled, Caucasian broad that felt entitled to me because she watched a bunch of interracial porn and shit and saw, a BBW porn and shit, interracial porn, and thought that was real life or something, and that, like, black dudes, we're supposed to be, one of our negative stereotypes is that we are sexual janitors and shit in the marketplace. All right, and a lot of these women feel that way and shit. Or you get these motherfuckers experimenting when they're younger and shit. She obviously couldn't do that, and now that she's gotten a divorce, probably because she cheated with this same crazy looking black dude, now she's installed him in her house, and he looks like an idiot running around out there trying to prove his colors and shit to this woman. He's gonna end up with two in his chest, a police nail on his fucking neck and shit, and it'll be all his fault and shit. Even better, what if the nerdy guy who sounds like fucking Napoleon Dynamite gets out of the car, beats his ass all over that parking lot and shit, and then gets back in, takes his daughter and drives off. Okay? And this brother gonna look weak and shit. Once he falls weak and shit, she ain't gonna want him no more. And she's probably entertaining other guys on like shit like Tinder or social media. He ain't thinking about that. All he's thinking about, I got me this good thing. I'm living in this nice house in this nice neighborhood, and it's all mixed race and kumbaya, and I gotta prove my worth and shit. That's what it looks like to me. And he's a fucking idiot. He deserves to get his ass sorted out and shit physically. That's my opinion. All right, and this is SIMP TV, and I'm done talking about this piece of shit.